I'm Eileen, and today I'll be doing YLOG 4th grade Lesson 14 worksheet. Don't forget to write your name and the date. Let's get started. So let's read the directions first. It says, write the numbers from smallest to greatest. So I'll be going over number 1, 3, and 6. Let's start with number 1. We have 30.2, 53.7, 4.06, and 12.73. We know that 30 and 53 are the two biggest, so we're going to leave that for now. So let's find the smallest first. We have here our two options, which is 12.73 and 4.06. If we just look at the number, not as a decimal, but just as a whole number, we have 4 and a 12. We know that a 4 is smaller than 12, so our smallest number is first going to be 4.06. After that, it's going to be the 12.73. Now, let's look at the 30 and 53. We know that 53 is greater than 30, so our third greatest is 30.2. And our greatest number here is going to be the 53.7. So this is our answer in the order of smallest to greatest. Number 3, let's have a look at only the whole numbers, which is going to be the numbers in the front before the decimal point. We have a 60, 50, 25, and 86. We know that 86 is obviously greater here, so 86.08 is our greatest number. And our smallest number, we have a 60, 50, and 25. We know that the 25 is the smallest, so we're going to write 25.06 first since it's our smallest. Now we have two numbers left, which is a 60 and 50. Between 60 and 50, 60 is greater than 50, right? So that means 50 is the second smallest. So 50.33. And then lastly, it's going to be 60.16. So this is how it will be in the order of smallest to greatest. Lastly, we have number 6. We have 5.59, 52.9, 53.8, and 52.16. They all have a 5 in the front, but let's look at it as a whole number. So behind, in front of the decimal point, not behind, we have a 5, 52, 53, and a 52. So we have two 52s, but we know a 5 is the smallest number here. So let's write 5 first. And I think we already found our greatest number as we have a 52. We have two of them, so I'm going to just write it once. And a 53. We know that 53 is greater than 52. So the 53.8 is going to be our greatest, which is going to be at the way bottom. Now we have to fill it in for the middle two. We have a 52.9. and a 52.16. So they're both 52, so let's not look at the 52, but we have to look at the numbers in the back. We have a 9 and a 16. So you can see that the 1 and the 9, right, are in the same place, but for the 6, there isn't anything here. Every time there's no numbers in the back, it's always going to be a 0 instead for a decimal. So we have a 90 and a 16. We know that a 90 is obviously greater than 16. So our second smallest is going to be the 52.16. And lastly, our third smallest is going to be 52.90. And that's our answer from smallest to greatest order. Moving on to page 2. Let's read the directions. It says, find the difference. And the difference is the answer in a subtraction problem. So our example shows 7.3 minus 0.6. And our answer we got was 6.7. I'll be going over number 2 and 4. Number 2, we have 9.2 minus 0.5. So I'm going to line them up. And when lining them up, you have to line them up so the decimal points are on top of each other. So let's go. We have to turn this into a 12 as we borrowed it from 9, which turned into an 8. 12 minus 5 is a 7. And 8 minus 0 is 8. So our answer for number 2 is going to be 8.7. Next, number 4, we have 9.1 minus 6.8. Line up the decimal. Let's make this into 11, and we borrowed it from the 9, which turned into an 8. 11 minus 8 is 3. Don't forget the decimal point. And 8 minus 6 is 2. So our answer for number 4 is going to be 2.3. That's our answers. Let's moving on. Reading the directions, it says, find the missing numbers. I'll be going over number 3, 5, and 7. Our example, we have blank minus 1.1 equals 0. In order to find the blank, all you have to do is the number that we have in the equation, which is 1.7, subtract that from the answer. So 1.1 minus 8 will give us 1.1, which is why our answer is 1.1. Number 3, we have 9 minus blank equals 7.6. So we're going to do 9 minus 7.6. When we have a whole number like this, there's always a decimal point in the back and a 0. So we're going to turn this into a 10. This becomes an 8. 10 minus 6 is 4. Don't forget the decimal point. And 8 minus 7 is 1. So for number 3, our missing number is 1.4. Moving on to number 5, we have blank minus 1.5 equals 0.1. So let's get 1.5 minus 0.1. 5 minus 1 is 4. Don't forget the decimal point. And 1 minus 0 is 1. So our answer for this one is going to be 1.4. Oh wait, sorry. So if the equation, if our blank is the front, then we have to add these together instead of subtracting. So we're going to add 1.5 plus 0.1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Don't forget the decimal point. And then we have the 1, because 1 plus 0 is 1. So our missing number is going to be 1.6. In order to check this, we could get 1.6 minus 1.5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring the decimal point. 1 minus 1 is 0, which is why the answer is 0.1. So whenever the blank is in the front, you're going to add these two instead of subtracting. So number 7, our blank is in the second, so we're going to be subtracting and not adding. So 1.4 minus 0.6. You'll be turning this into a 14, and 1 becomes a 0. So 14 minus 6 is 8. Don't forget the decimal point, and we just have a 0. So our blank number is going to be 0.8, which is our answer. Lastly, we have a word problem. I'll be going over number 1. It says, on a farm, the farmer harvested 30.7 crates of apples and 27.9 crates of oranges. A. While driving to the farmer's market, 14.2 crates of apples fell from the truck. How many fruits does the farmer have in total now? So, we just have to find apples. So we had 30.7 crates of apples, but 14.2 of apples fell. So we're going to be subtracting 13 minus 7, the total, and how much it fell, which is 14.2. So let's start. 7 minus 2 is 5. Then this becomes a 10 as we borrowed from here. 10 minus 4 is 6. Don't forget the decimal point. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have total of 16.5 apples. But it says, how many fruits does the farmer have in total? So it says all the fruits. So the fruits we have is apples and oranges. So we're going to add 16.5 apples plus 27.9 of oranges. 5 plus 9 is 14. Bring the 1. 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 1 is 14. Bring the 1 over again. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So the total number of fruits the farmer has is 44.4 crates of fruits in total. And that's our answer.